Hey everybody, RockPaperMario here, and welcome back to Let's Live Animal Crossing, and it is not raining. I say that so sadly because I was going to look for the snail if it was raining, because now I can find the snail. Here I am launching back into the video, and I haven't even explained the fact that this is like the first video that's... Oh, she's gone? I didn't even know. I probably missed the going away party. There's like some film I'm thinking of that I saw recently, or TV program I saw recently, where someone didn't go to a going away party. Do you know what it was, actually? It was the Animal Crossing film. How appropriate. Because like there's this part, and like, for those of you who haven't seen it, I already have that worthless garbage. I already have that worthless garbage. I already have that worthless garbage. For those of you who haven't seen it, fishing season is here. Oh, we'll have to do that. Beautiful sunny weather. Oh, is it not going to ever rain by late June? Why are you telling me about that now? If it was going to rain, I was going to look for the snail. See all these flowers here and everything like that. But yeah, in the Animal Crossing movie, the main character, the girl, she becomes friends with this elephant. But the elephant leaves the village to pursue her art career or her design career or whatever. I don't need any of this worthless garbage. And the girl never gets to go to the going away party because the elephant never told her about it, because it would be too sad for them to have to say goodbye at the going away party. Do I have that already? I think I do. Yes, I do. What I was actually going to look at, it's actually good that it's not 4 o'clock yet, because I was going to look for the guppy. Is what I was going to look for, which is a fish that you can find now that it's April, but it only appears between 9 and 4 o'clock, and that's one of the fish I need for my collection. Do I have anything else? No. So yeah, that was what I was being reminded of. That could be it, because it's like a small fish. Basically, it seems like every time I make one of these videos, the first thing I say is like, oh, sorry, there haven't been any videos for the last 10 billion years. But like, basically what happened, you guys know that I've kind of got like this new role at work, which basically means that my schedule is kind of unpredictable, because it depends on like when, basically what I'm doing now is that I'm skilled to be a backup manager if they need a manager. So if someone else is out sick, or someone is on holidays or anything like that, well then I fill in and in a management role while they're gone, which basically means that my schedule is somewhat unpredictable, because it's kind of hard to know when this is going to happen, and it makes... Is that it already? Oh, that's to kill a fish. Sorry. I got all excited there. You can hear it in my voice. So it made it really, like, first of all, it's kind of tiring because it was a lot of new stuff and I just didn't have a lot of energy. Second of all, it's kind of it's made my schedule somewhat unpredictable, because I'm not really sure when this is going to happen and when it's going to throw off my schedule, which does not lend itself to recording, obviously. And knowing when you can record, and knowing like when you won't be able to record, and making sure that you have a backlog of videos for when you're not able to record. There's that, plus there was the whole Dreamcast fiasco. The fact that I had to get a new one because my other one broke. Now that was solved already, and I did manage to record some Shenmue 2. But it's just really irritating because there's so much stuff. Like it seemed like this whole schedule fiasco. That's the pale chub. Like it seemed that this all happened at a really inopportune moment, because it was like when Shenmue 2 was after starting, and at the start of an LP, you just kind of want to go all guns blazing and get stuff out there. And Sonic Colors, I could have finished that ages ago. There's probably only like about 4 videos left to do, and I'd have it done, and that'd be another project, all wrapped up in a neat little package. But no, and I wanted to get more Animal Crossing, and that's not it, so I'm just not even going to try, because it's a really tiny one. The guppy is like, when you see the goldfish, it's like a tiny little shadow. I figured this is like the easiest spot. That is definitely not it. That tubster up there. He's so full. He won't even take the bait. He's after being eating so much. Oh, he went. Oh, whoa! It's a bite. So there's that, and so I was just all around kind of very irritated. And basically, as I said, I just didn't have a lot of energy either, because there was a lot of new stuff, a lot of new challenges, a lot of new things that I had to get accustomed to, which, for those of you who are in a working environment, that does take its toll on your energy levels. Like, it's worth it in the long run. It's totally worth it in the long run, but in the short term, like right at the beginning, it's somewhat taxing. So basically that's what happened, but I am officially on vacation now for 2.5 weeks, so that's the killifish again, isn't it? Oh no, that's the... Oh yeah. I got all excited again because I thought it looked different. And then it wasn't that in the end after all. Jeez. So basically I'm on holidays now for 2.5 weeks. Which will afford me the chance to get in some much needed R&R. And when I say R&R, that does include recording as well. So rest, relaxation and recording, because believe it or not, this is actually a somewhat therapeutic hobby for me. Especially the games I'm playing at the moment. Like Shenmue was just so relaxing, because there's no kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. There's no kind of expectation of high performance or anything. It's pretty much a nice, easygoing game where you wander around talking to people and letting the story unfold. And there you go. Sonic Colors obviously is a little bit more high octane, but I think I'm experienced and skilled enough for it to be relaxing as well. But I'm actually going to try a new fishing spot. This fishing spot hasn't been giving me much guppy. See, it's throwing these big lunkers out there at me. And I just know it's not the guppy. The guppy is like a small little thing. It really is. It's like a tiny little shadow. Like when they blink and you'll miss it. But yeah. What else was I going to say? Other than that, there hasn't been a lot going on. There's like a lot of music coming up. I'm going to be going to, so next weekend, as part of my vacation, I'm going to be going up to Dublin to part of the Forbidden Fruit Festival, and part of that will be the fact that I'll get to see Bon Iver live, and I really, really can't wait. For those of you who, like, know, music, you probably know who Bon Iver are, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing like the live experience of it all. It's a group that I've been, well, I suppose it really is just your man Justin Vernon, really, and the people that enable him to make the music he wants to make. But like, I've been really into their music for a long time, and just the chance finally to get to see them live. Like, first of all, there's so few chances to see them live at all, just by the nature of their touring and performance ways, and then to get to see them in Ireland without having to travel is just even more of a bonus, like, because the amount of luck you have to have for that to even happen. It's not always going to, things aren't always going to go your way. So there's that, and I really just can't wait. It's going to be so choice. Then in July, I'm going to get to go see Fleet Foxes here in Cork. Actually, they're coming to the Cork Opera House. So that's going to be a brilliant gig as well, I'm pretty confident. And then after that, what else is there? Oh, I'm going to get to go to see, well, I'm going to be going to Electric Picnic then at the start of September, haven't I? And part of that will be seeing great... Sorry, I got distracted by my preview screen. Father John Misty, who is part of Fleet Foxes, will be there as well, so I can't really wait to see that either. Not all of the acts have been announced for Electric Picnic yet. Like, they always announce them in like several tranches, I suppose is like the proper word. But like, there aren't really very many like standout acts that have been announced yet where I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait, this is like what I've been waiting my whole life for. But London Grammar are going to be there, and I really do enjoy London Grammar's music, and they have a new album coming out, and all of the material from that new album so far has been really quite stellar. Staves are no, Staves aren't going to be there. Staves are going to be at Forbidden Fruit Festival when I go to that. I'm hoping Haim will be at Electric Picnic, seeing as they were supposed to be there last year, and then ended up not going because they wanted to work on material for their next album. So that was a bit of a jip, really. So I'm kind of hoping that they turn up. Perfume Genius is going to be there, so I'll look forward to that. Who else has been announced so far? Can't even remember, which is kind of testament to the fact that I wasn't really that astounded. Like, there's a lot of stuff there, if I remember correctly, where I was kind of like, oh, that'll be fun. But where I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, it's grand, like, take it or leave it. But there's no kind of standout acts really yet, where I just can't wait to see them. Except Father John Misty, really. Whereas, like, last year, it was, like, Lana Del Rey, my high priestess, was going to be there. And years were going to be there, so it was a chance to see them. What is that? That's not the guppy either. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting gypped on this guppy as well. You get out of there, you big thing. You're scaring the guppy away. Not only that, but Whitney, we're going to... What is that monstrosity? It's probably just a sea bass. Get out of here. All these big fish scaring the guppy away. So yeah, Lana Del Rey was there. Years and Years were going to be there, and I was so excited. And Shins were going to be there, and I just couldn't wait. Like, there was just so much going to be there. But the thing is, I don't really worry about lineups that much when it comes to Electric Picnic, because half of the fun of it, or actually really most of the fun of it, is just the atmosphere of being there, and all of, like, the small acts that you didn't know about that you get to see just by virtue of wandering around and taking stuff in, because there's so many different smaller stages with smaller acts that come there that are probably going to end up being bigger in the years to follow. Like, I saw Wolf Alice at Electric Picnic before they were really the thing that they are now. Same goes for Whitney. Same goes for Oh Wonder. Same, like, Always were there as well the year that I didn't go. And I would have loved to see them live, but, like, there's so much stuff there all the time where you get the chance to see them, because Electric Picnic is kind of like a small, cheap Irish festival. That might be it, actually. That might be the guppy. This might be the place. There's actually, like, this place that I go for brunch quite regular. Would you get your big, cloudy fucking cabeza out of my way when I'm trying to catch this fish? You stupid bitch. And you just stop going behind that house. Oh my god, did I probably run and get rid of it? You stupid bitch. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, they made me run and scare that fish away. And that was probably it. They keep going behind that house to have a fucking... I don't know what they're having there. But... Jeez, that kind of... They really angered me. This hat angers a lot of people. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about brunch. There's this place that I go to brunch for quite regularly. And by regularly, I mean I was there yesterday, and I was also there last Sunday. Because it's just really good place for really good brunch. So if, like, and I'd been there before it's not that these were the only 2 times that I'd been there, but it's the kind of place where you actually would almost go every weekend if you had the chance and if you had the means. But, like, the 2 times that I was there, the last 2 weekends in succession, oh, that might be it. Well, no, is it kind of too big? I'm starting to second guess myself now whether I actually know what a guppy even is. That could very well be it. This could be the place. But basically the last 2 weekends in succession that I've been there, I was kind of there at the same time, so we kind of got there at about 1 o'clock, and we're eating by about... That's actually good to displace him a little bit. We were eating by about, like, 1:30, by about 1:30. And I swear, like, at the same time... No! He just kept bobbing into it. He made me nervous. That's why I went all silent all of a sudden. And pretty much... Have we seriously been going for 17 minutes with this crap? Oh, now you're kissing? Get out of here. I don't even want to look at you. So basically, at about the exact same time, I must make note of the time the next time it happens, because it definitely will happen again. There's no doubt about it. That song, This Must Be the Place by Talking Heads, came on, like, at pretty much the exact same time, both Sundays. Which makes me wonder, is this like Majora's Mask or something, where the exact same stuff happens at the exact same time every day, or maybe every Sunday? And now I'm wondering whether all the other times that I was there, it happened as well, but I just never noticed it, or it never, like, occurred to me that it was happening, because I hadn't been there 2 weekends in a row, and I only noticed it when I had been there 2 Sundays in a row. That song came on at the exact same time while I was there. So now, like, the next, I kind of almost want to go there this Sunday again, but I won't be here because I'll be in Dublin if you two bastards don't get out of here. But I'll be in Dublin, I won't be in Cork, just to see if that song plays again at the same time. Just to see if, I don't know, whether they just turn on the same CD or something, or the same playlist, like when they start in the morning, because that could be it. They might just have a playlist that they put on, that they don't even put on shuffle, and then they put it on in the morning when they open up, and by the time it gets to 1 o'clock, or 1:30 or something, or 1:15, whatever time it was, like, that's the song that comes on, This Must Be the Place. And that's why it happens, just because they don't have their playlist on shuffle. It's like, I don't know, this is what I'm wondering, this is the stuff that I think of. But when something like that happens to you, like when you notice, okay, I was in this place twice, and at the same time, the 2 times that I was here in a row, that song came on, do you know? And it's not even a song that you hear that regularly anyway. I suppose it's not the most obscure song in the world. But it's definitely not the kind of song that you would hear, like, all the time. At least not in the same building, at the same time of day, 2 times in a row, do you know? So yeah, that's my little discussion on the song that plays in that bar or whatever, where we go for brunch somewhat regularly. I'm almost ready to give up on this guppy, because this guppy is giving me a pain in my ass. Like, seriously, like, there's a fish. Maybe this wasn't the best idea because there's so much space that's the final frontier that you can't see up there in the lake. When you're going along this way. I think actually the only reason why that would be beneficial to use that route is if it were the height of summer, and you were looking for some of the big lake fish that only appear in the lake. Otherwise, I think if you're looking for regular river fish, I think this is the path to go for. That's not the guppy. Get out of here. I was so mad. I swear, if that one shadow that they made me scare away was the guppy, I'll go berserk. Is what I'll do. I'll go berserk. I'm going to look for this for about 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day, because I'm not going making like a half-hour Animal Crossing video where it's just me going back and forth and not even finding the thing. Regarding Electric Picnic, acts which might show up there, where I would love if they did show up, because as I say, they haven't even announced like the big game-breaking acts yet. And you have to think, okay, people who like would be on that scene, but who might be wanting to promote a new album. So I'm hoping, like, I feel it in my bones that Lorde might like turn up there, just because, if not this year, then next year, just because she hasn't been in Ireland like in the past few years, as far as I know. I have a feeling that I would know about it if she were in Ireland. Because it's such a small place and she's a name that is on my radar. And she has a new album out. Feist could show up and really just make this the year to end all years. Trying to think, who else? I don't know, like... I scared it away! I scared it away! The whole time! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'll have to leave. I've got to leave. I have to leave. Like, I scared it away. That was such a small shadow and I scared it away. Oh my god, I could kick myself. This stupid elephant is here looking at me, laughing, probably. Jeez. Okay, well, I'm gonna look for it. I'm going to look until I see, like, the next small shadow, the next tiny shadow that could be the guppy. I don't think you're small enough, are you? Are you small enough to be the guppy? No, that's a killifish. But I think it is, I think that shadow was small enough. You see, I keep, like, second guessing myself now. And thinking, oh no, those small shadows are too big. But I think those actually are the small shadows. Maybe I'm getting confused because in Let's Go to the City or something, there are actually smaller shadows. Because I do know, in Let's Go to the City, and New Leaf for that matter, like the level of variation when it comes to fish shadows is somewhat diverser. Like, well, as far as shape is concerned anyway. And they do have really small shadows. Like, I remember when you catch those sea angel things, or whatever they're called, out at sea, they're absolutely minuscule. The shadows are, so, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting confused. But I swear that, like, small shadow that I made swim away was totally... See, that's too big. Like, that's just not tiny enough. See, there's small, and then there's small, like, small peridot. And I'm looking for the small shadow. Like, the minuscule shadow. That's too big as well. I swear that one of those fish that I made run away or swim away was definitely the guppy. There's just no doubt about it, because that's just my luck. I have got good luck though in this game, to be honest. Like, I can't complain too much. I mean, when I was looking for the spider, I found the spider in about all of 2 minutes. And that can be a real pain in the ass as well, just like the bagworm. The bagworm broke my heart. Do you know how long I had to look for that stupid thing? So you're too big. I was gonna say you're too small. The bagworm broke my heart looking for that dumb thing. And these villagers just get in my way. That's the one thing that I like about... That's one of the things I like about the way they got rid of the acre system in Let's Go to the City. Is the fact that if the villagers are annoying you, you don't have to see them all the time, because this elephant, I'll never get rid of her. She'll be in this acre till kingdom come. And I just won't be able to get rid of her. At least in Let's Go to the City, they wander away of their own accord and go somewhere else at some stage. You don't have to stand there seeing the same stupid pachyderm every single time you walk by. And like, for someone who fishes a lot, and I have spent, I actually would be afraid to calculate how many hours I have invested in fishing in this game. For someone who fishes a lot, that, like, having this sort of a situation with this elephant, let alone those stupid idiots down at the other spot, that chicken and that, not ignoramus, anteater, that's what they're, ignoramus, anteater, like, getting all up my grill. I suppose I could push her over the bridge, couldn't I? And push her off the bridge. Push her in a car and then push a dog on the bridge, like in Beetlejuice, so she drives and crashes the car and dies and wakes up in her house and can't leave. That's what I'd like to do. At least then I'd never have to see her outside of her house ever again. Gee. This river is decidedly devoid of fish now. What time is it? I only have 17 more minutes to find the guppy. Time is getting tight and people are texting me. What repeats Harry's text message of the day? Oh, it's about like this TV show that I texted someone about this morning, being like, oh, are you watching this? That could be it. That actually could be it. maybe. I'm not just second guessing. Don't kill it now. She's having a spaz attack up there, distracting me. That dumb elephant. Get out of here! Okay, let's try this. Just be calm. Be calm! It's not taking any notice. And the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking that that's too big to be the guppy. Okay, if you don't go for that. Okay, what are you? No, that's the killifish again. I think I'm gonna have to call it a day, guys. Well, let's do this. Let's get rid of these. Let's mail off these fossils while we're at it. Grab and attach. We might as well mail off. You elephant. We might as well mail off these fossils while we're at it. I need to buy more stationery. I suppose the dump is usually where I get all of my stationery. Could you imagine someone sending you a letter with some piece of paper they found at a garbage dump? 7-ball shirt, snappy print. Look, see, do you see the way these ants are swarming all over that sweet that I have left on the ground? That's how you catch the ant, because you just leave a turnip or you leave candy out on the ground. And then they come along and they eat it. They take a sweet and eat it. Okay, I can't believe I'm actually buying paper in this game. Yeah, whatever. It's a bargain. It's not a bargain because usually I get my paper for free at the dump. It's not a bargain at all. You don't have claws at all. Write a letter. No, I do indeed want to write it to the museum. But yeah, could you imagine if someone like sent you a birthday card and you opened it up and it was all tatty and had like food stains on it or something, and then you opened it up and like there was the name crossed out from the other person that it had been given to at some stage. Let's just check this river one more time. I really don't like to be defeated by the guppy. Especially not since it's the smallest fish. This stupid thing, wait till you see it. It's actually quite cute. I did have guppies, like, in my aquarium before. Like, there are actually fish that are called guppies. It's not just a generic term. Like, I know guppy is kind of almost like... It's become one of those words like pooch or mutt or something, where it's just a generic all-purpose term for a little fish you have at, like, a little pet fish, you know? But just like mutt has a specific term, like a mutt is a dog that is like an amalgamation of different breeds of dogs, so to the extent that it's not one type of dog or another. Just like that, a guppy is a specific type of fish. And did I even attach the fossil? Yeah. And I actually did have guppies in my aquarium. They weren't very successful. The guppies were not the most healthy. The guppies were not my biggest success. My most successful endeavor as far as my tropical aquarium is concerned. The Audrey 2 is not a healthy plant. Neither is the Audrey 1. No, I'm finished. I'm actually finished. Well, you saw that what fishing for the guppy looks like. I'm out of time to fish for the guppy now anyway. That might be it. Oh my god. Oh my god. That actually might be it. Look at it. It's like small peridot. Wouldn't that just be the kicker if I caught it now? Did you ever cast that goddamn fishing rod? I did not have sexual relations with that fishing rod. Is that it? No, that's the goby or the loach. It is not the Hylian loach. This is not the time for jokes, you chucklehead. I'm just going to have one last look at this. Would you get out of my way? Like, I'm just going to have one last, like, you are definitely not the guppy. Unless you're the guppy that ate the Bronx. Like, the thing that ate the Bronx. There's this part, this is like the most stupidly convoluted story. There's this episode of MASH Like, because I don't think it's even a real film. There's this episode of MASH where they're talking about what film they're showing. And I think one of them says, oh, hopefully it's The Thing That Ate the Bronx. I could watch that every night. And ever since my dad and I, like, saw that episode, we just refer to things as The Thing That Ate the Bronx. Like, if we see someone eating, like, a piece of cake or something, we were like, it's like The Thing That Ate the Bronx. And it's like, The Thing That Ate the Bronx is just such a funny term anyway. It's just inherently hilarious. Like, the thing, you refer to a person as The Thing That Ate the Bronx. Because the Bronx is like an entire city. Well, it's like part of a bigger city, but it's like a city in and of itself. Like, The Thing That Ate the Bronx. Anyway, I should have ended the video. Okay, well, that's the end of the video. To cut a long story short, there were more videos coming, and I didn't find the guppy. Bye now.